Please stand clear of the doors. Por favor, manténganse alejado de las puertas.
All right, today we want to talk about the food or the food booths at the Arts Festival in Epcot.
Yes.
We just got back from a couple weeks ago.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
So,
very good.
We started in Mexico, right? I think Mexico this year had one of the best foods on there. It's the croqueta. You see, I put a star by it. The croqueta.
It's a chipotle chicken and chorizo croquette in chipotle salsa and chipotle aioli, avocado mousse, and truffle oil.
So it's basically like a fried ball of chicken with some chorizo around it and all that other fun stuff. It was good.
It was very good.
And a little bit of spice, but like
it was very
good.
Flavorful. I wouldn't say spice, but flavorful.
And then we had the carne asada. They have that every year. I mean, it was good.
And then the dessert is the natilla de maíz. It's a creamy corn custard with caramelized sugar, and it also had popcorn on the top.
So that was good, right? But the first bite you took, all you tasted was sweet corn.
Lots of corn.
It was just corn. It was like, I'm not even too sure this is a dessert. And then you would go and have a bite of the croqueta or the carne asada, and then you go back and try it, and then it would get like a little bit more dessertier. And the more dessertier and more dessertier. Dessertier is not a word, but it was good.
It got sweeter and it was easier to eat. It was interesting. I like to take the little popcorn off of it. You just got to be careful because they don't check for the kernels. So there was like one hard kernel in there I saw before I put it in my mouth.
Yep.
That'll ruin a trip real quick.
Oh, yeah. It was good, though. I enjoyed it.
It was very good.
All right. And then we went over to Odyssey. They always have a tart. This year the tart was good.
The Odyssey is where Figment's inspiration station at the Odyssey is. To where you can pick up your popcorn bucket. That is a Figment popcorn bucket.
Mobile order only.
Yes.
Okay. Heads up. Figment popcorn. You have to mobile order that. Mm-hmm. They don't do the walk up anymore.
So they had the raspberry pastry tart, which is a sugar cookie with raspberry and lemon cream cheese filling. It was very good. It was not overly sweet. And then we also got the cider flight, which is the Three Daughters Brewing. They had the black cherry, the blood orange, and the pineapple hard cider.
It was good. At that time, we thought that was really good cider.
Very good. They do also have they have a blonde ale and a lager, and then a purple ale from 81 Brewing Company. And if you get both of the beer and the cider flights, it becomes a rainbow if you put them together.
We didn't do that because I didn't listen.
Yeah, I told him that's what it does, and I think he was busy with the tart and the ciders.
Mm-hmm.
So somebody's got to do that.
Yep. And then we went over to the Outpost.
The Outpost is very hidden. Outpost is between Germany and China.
We had the mochi.
Parish Brewing Company makes a mochi beer. This one was the blueberry mochi Berliner Weiss.
No, that wasn't a picture of that
mochi.
Mochi. We drank the mochi too quick to actually take a picture. We were planning on it, and then I took a sip, and I'm like, "Oh my god, you got to try this!" She took a sip, and then next thing you know, we're down to the bottom. We probably should have went back and got another one.
We should have.
And then we had the cookie.
It's the Artist Palette Jumbo chocolate chip cookie, which that's the one that you see all the time. It's the big chocolate chip cookie with the hole in it that makes it look like a palette with different colored icing, and then the little plastic watercolor brush.
That was good. Ethan went and got that. He's our son, and he wanted the cookie, so he went and got the cookie. Let us try it. It was it was soft this year. It was really good.
It was very good. Mm-hmm.
And then we went over to Germany, right? Black Forest cake. Yeah.
Very rich. That chocolate around it, holy moly. It's one of those, you take a bite of it and it's still stuck to the roof of your mouth.
Yes, very rich,
thick.
But it's very Black Forest cakey. You know, that's what Black Forest cake is, just rich, dark chocolate. It's good. It's good.
And then I got the Three Daughters Brewing Rosé Hard Cider, which...
Good. It kind of broke up the richness of the chocolate. So
it's a rosé.
Yeah.
But once you've had the mochi beer...
Everything else just filled. comparison. I mean, it was good.
It was very, very good.
Then we went over to Italy, right? And then we had all the foods in Italy, all three.
Italy, you'll see the round mozzarella right there. It had a lot of different condiments, is what they call it. And then there was the ravioli with a bunch of different sauces, and then the hazelnut s'more cannoli.
All good. And you had the melon spritz.
The Mela Spritz.
Mela Spritz.
Which is apple schnapps, prosecco, and sparkling water.
That was all good. I mean, the cannoli was hard, but I think cannolis are supposed to be harder.
Yeah, they're like triple dipped in chocolate.
But the ravioli was really good.
The ravioli was very good. I would have gone to get more.
On there. And then, I should have done a cheese pull video because, I mean, that mozzarella sticks, I probably got up to like right here with it. That's a good probably 18 inches or so, maybe 20 inches of cheese pull before it broke.
Yes.
And some of the condiments good. They always have that, right? They had it last year. I wouldn't say always have it, but they've had that.
They did.
And what's sad is, you're an art teacher.
Yeah, the dish that they serve it on is an actual palette that I buy for my classroom. Buy multiples every other year. So I've always been tempted to go in and dig through the trash cans to get them, or ask people, "Hey, can I have that when you're done with it?"
We always take ours home and wash it off in the bathroom. Comes back in the luggage somehow. But yeah, it was pretty good. And then from there we go over to America, right? And the deviled egg trio. Oh, I forgot to grab a photo, so the stock photo from Disney. But man, those are good. If you like deviled eggs, those are good.
It was a pimento cheese, and then a green goddess, and BLT. So 3 different types. If you might as well just get your own if you're a deviled egg fan, because you're gonna want to just eat it by yourself. It was hard.
We shared one. It was kind of raining. I just went and got one.
They also had a Lost Coast Brewery peanut butter chocolate milk stout. I wanted to get that so bad.
I didn't listen.
Yeah, but it was cold. It was rainy, and a stout would have been perfect. But the rain in Florida, you just never know if it's gonna
pour down.
Yeah, it's just gonna make it filled up with water.
Yeah. And then from there we went over to Encanto.
Nope.
Morocco. Oh, and now Morocco. So we had that tart thing right there, the avocado.
The avocado coconut custard tart.
And I think it was good. Taste wise, really good. But the top was, if you're a texture person, take the top off.
Yes, it's a jelly veil. It's henna inspired. It was weird to eat. It's kind of slimy. But once you take that off and eat the rest of it, it's so good. The drinks there, they had a cider flight. So you would get the Parish Brewing Company Mango Mochi, the Recorderling, which is from Sweden, Strawberry Lime Cider, and then the Keel Farms Blueberry Lavender Hard Cider.
That had 2 stars on it. That cider flight was the best cider flight I've ever had.
Yes, and again, that Mango Mochi, I don't know.
Yeah. And it's made by the same companies. Parish Brewing Company
Mm-hmm.
makes both of those out of Louisiana. And we're in Texas. I'm tempted to drive to Louisiana just to get a couple cases of that.
It was very good. I would have gone back to get more of it.
But all 3 of those ciders, there was no bitterness, no hard, none of that hard at the end of it. They were all very smooth. That was that hands down, booth wise favorite drink. Cider flight is Morocco, and it's a shame a lot of people skip Morocco. They don't go in that Tangerine Cafe or whatever, Tangerine Cafe. But they usually have some decent stuff.
They always have the stone baked Moroccan bread with the different dips. That's
good.
Worth the
it's
trip.
like Sanaa. It's like Sanaa light. If you ever had the bread service over at Sanaa, this is like a lighter version of that, but really good. Then from there we went to Encanto, right?
Yes.
And they always have that chorizo and potato empanada. Yes, that's mustard on the top, but it's really good.
It's not really mustard, but
I thought it was.
It's an aioli. It's a turmeric and an annatto
Tastes like
aioli.
mustard to me.
Yeah, it does taste like mustard, but it's very good. It's very spicy. Not It's spicy. He can handle it. I'm more of the in between mild and medium. It'll make your nose run. It was good.
That's good. They have the soup. Now the soup is a little spicy.
The soup is more spicy.
We didn't have that this year. We had it last year. But in it cold, when it's cold outside, I would grab that. I would grab that. And there's usually not that much of a line there. I think it's kind of a hidden secret because it's in between France and Morocco. It's kind of pushed back a little bit. So not a lot of people go back and get that. And we had a drink there too. What drink did we have?
The Collective Arts Guava Dream Blonde Ale.
That was good.
That one was very good. But not as good as the ciders.
No, not as good as the mochi.
Mochi.
That was good. That was good. And then from there, obviously France. That's the next one. They had a new thing this year, the escargot something.
Chocolate?
Chocolate, yeah. So it's only shaped like escargot. There's no escargot in it.
Now, if you want to tell your kids there is, then you don't have to share. But this does have almonds in it, which had our kid with one bite and then done because he found the almonds. But it was very good. It's very large. From the picture that Disney sent out, I thought it was more like a ping pong or golf ball size. And then I saw somebody leave with it, and it's more like softball size.
Yeah,
it's gigantic. You know. It's very good. Very good. Not very rich.
Melt.
Yeah, it would melt, but we had it when it was cold.
Then we had the bread bowl, which they have pretty much all the time, every year.
Mm-hmm.
The bread bowl, always good. And then they always have a drink that's pretty good. This year we had spritz.
The elderflower liqueur spritz.
Spritz is pretty good. A lot of times they have the frozen rosé and stuff like that, but they probably had this year too. But we had the spritz this year.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty good. And then from there we went over to that middle place, Communicore Plaza. That's the new in the middle. They built it up. Had that dessert.
So this place is the booth is Opening Bites. And from what I understand, it maybe it's not open all the time. I'll have to check in the summer. This one is where they pull the most popular foods from past festivals, and this year it was questionable. They had the soft shell crab slider, which I couldn't even look at, the cheddar and chive scone, and the enchanted rose, which is what we had.
Rose, yeah, it was alright.
I had a rose center. I guess there's a reason why we don't eat roses, because it was not very good. And then they have different drinks. I don't think we grabbed a drink from there. The only bad part about that booth is it's right on the corner of the building, and there's no cover for it.
Yeah, it was raining when we went.
Yeah, it looks like you're just going up to order like fast food, and I guess it is fast, but
yeah.
It's different. But the Communicore area is really nice. They have an Encanto show that happens right there a lot of times.
That's where they moved the live paintings. You remember it was over there in the port area, kind of overlooking the water. And they moved that now over there, so that's where that's gonna be like the center of all the festivals.
Yeah, the performances happen there, and then they have the Communicore building, which during the summer when there are no festivals just becomes extra seating, a chance to get out of the sun. And then for this one, since it's the arts, they have the 30th anniversary of Disney on Broadway, and they have a whole exhibit there showing different props and costumes from the various Disney shows.
That was cool. That was really
We have
nice.
lots of photos and videos
photos
from that.
And they had like live DJs out there at night. It was like rave.
Yep.
I danced around a little bit. I mean, I like to embarrass my son. My wife, she doesn't get embarrassed anymore. Been married too long.
Teach middle school. That's fine.
Yeah. But yeah, overall, good area. The bathrooms. Oh, check out the bathrooms. If you have to go to the bathroom, go to Communicore bathrooms, or on the men's side at least, was really nice.
They have a lot. It's a lot of restrooms. It's nice to have more
you walk
options.
in. I thought it was small. You walk in and you keep walking, and it's just bigger and bigger and bigger. So like kind of like the American restrooms.
Yeah.
There's multiple sections, so very large.
Always
so if you
check
really
around
gotta
the
go,
corner.
Go.
That's what I've noticed about Disney restrooms. If you check around that one corner,
Yeah.
it'll open up to restrooms that aren't even being used.
Yeah,
It's
definitely,
glorious. I love
fun
it.
stuff. All right, and then from there we went over to the next one,
Swirled Showcase.
I didn't have any of this, but y'all did.
There was the what was it? Candy Flight Trio, and then the Liquid Nitrogen Mini Cake Pop. The Candy Flight Trio had 3 different Dole Whips: strawberry, pineapple, and lime. The lime had tahini with it, which is really good. And then it had 3 different candies that you could put with it: the Starburst Minis, the Skittles freeze dried candy, and then the Lifesavers gummies. To me, Dole Whip shouldn't be touched. It's glorious in its own state. The Liquid Nitrogen Mini Cake Pop has a berry sponge cake with it. I took 1 bite, I was done. I'm a chocolate, like real chocolate, white chocolate, which is what it's dipped in, was not very good. And it was just me. Ethan liked it. He ate it.
The nitrogen dipped cake pops, those are usually good. I didn't have it. They've had those in the past, back when, like, before COVID, in that building over there by Canada, where they used to have.
They would make them like this big around with candies on it, and it was.
So now they're smaller, but still nitrogen dip, so you get that hard crunch.
Yeah.
Thing, and then it kind of melts in your mouth. But that's right there. If you don't know where that's at, that's where the old Starbucks used to be.
It's next to a restroom that has a water bottle filler.
So if you fill your water bottles, that's a good place to go. And then, but right across the way from there, the path, is Pop Eats. Now, Pop Eats, they only have two different things. They have grilled cheese and tomato soup, and they have grilled cheese and tomato soup. We always get the grilled cheese and tomato soup with the pimento
cheese and
fried green tomato.
And we had at least 5 people asking us, "Hey, is that good?"
That's every year.
Good?
Every year we're eating that, and people walk up and go, "Is that good?" And they'll go stay in the line. They'll get it because they're like, "Hey, I don't know about this fried green tomato pimento cheese thing." But trust me, get it. Don't go regular. Get that. Now we've had both. We've had the regular, back because our son won't eat the pimento cheese, anything fancy. So if you got one of those picky kids that don't eat fancy stuff, it's just regular grilled cheese. Tomato soup is good. Oh, that's so good.
Yes.
Oh,
it was very good.
And then from there, you had that villain's cake thing.
Fictional victuals, or whatever it is. It's based off of storybook not victims. Villains. This one was the black cocoa brownie with ruby ice cream, and then some sponge cake and other stuff. Yeah. It was okay. The brownie was a little hard, but I think it's because they freeze it while it's being stored there, and then they pull out what they need. So it was still kind of hard because that was the first one I think that was when they first opened.
Yeah, and then we didn't go to every food booth, right? We look at the book. We grab the book. Actually, before we even go, let's not even
be honest. I wait for the menus to come out.
She's clicking every day looking for the menus. As soon as they come out, man, she looks boom, 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 boom. We highlight. We're going here. But there's we probably about 4 or 5 that we didn't hit. There's that deconstructed dish that's over there by Test Track. And they always have a really good key lime pie.
Deconstructed key lime pie and a deconstructed BLT.
BLT, really good stuff. And then we didn't go to Japan or China. Japan usually has the sushi donut. That came out last year or the year before. We had that. It's just sushi in the shape of a donut.
It's hard to hit all the booths. You have to keep in mind that even though Epcot opens for resort guests at 8:30 and then 9 o'clock for everybody else, the food booths do not open until 11 o'clock.
11 o'clock. And they're not open after hours. So at 9 o'clock, they all shut down. So even if you get after hours, that extra hour that we get because we stay at the
deluxe resorts,
there's nothing open.
A lot of people are usually shocked by that. I always hear people commenting, "Why aren't these booths open?" And it's like, they don't open till 11. Which most of the food places over in Epcot don't open till 11 unless you have dining reservations. Yeah. But the best thing that we found to do is spend that time Rope drop to 11 o'clock.
Mhm.
Spend it at another park.
Yeah, we went to Magic Kingdom one morning. We
Mhm.
hit up a lot of rides.
Just pick the rides that you're like, oh, I want to go do that, and then go do that, and then hop over to Epcot and
Yep.
have your lunch there through all the booths.
Hollywood Studios is a great place to go because you take either the Skyliner or the boat back
Mm-hmm.
and be right there at Epcot. Of course, Magic Kingdom is too. You just take 2 monorail rides and you're back
Yep.
front. So either way, we like that side entrance. We always stay at we try to stay at the boardwalk.
It's the International Gateway entrance. So there's 2 entrances to Epcot. One is off the monorail, that's the main entrance, and then you have the Skyliner entrance, which is what we call in the back, because you enter right there at the different pavilions. That's why they call it the International Gateway.
And France, right in between England and France. So you go one way, you go to England, you go the other way.
If you stay at the beach club or the boardwalk, it's walking distance.
Or what's the other one attached to the beach club? Yacht club. Beach club, yacht club. So you walk there. Riviera, it's a Skyliner away. If you go down to the moderate, it's the
Caribbean Beach
Resort, which is a wonderful moderate because you get access to Skyliner.
You have the hub right there. So whenever we talk Skyliner and you have the hub, that means you can get on one that goes to Epcot or get on one that goes to Hollywood Studios. And so that's the transfer area.
You can go down one more level and get to the value resorts, and Pop Century and Art of Animation both have Skyliner. They share the Skyliner station to go over to either Epcot or whatever, Hollywood Studios.
Yep.
So those are all great places. If you're going to do an Epcot festival, I would pick one of those.
And the Festival of the Arts runs until February 24th.
Yep.
The next festival is the Flower and Garden one that we plan on going to, and that'll start like the week after this one closes, or 2 weeks.
Yeah,
it's very
Arts
quick.
Festival is so small. It's the shortest one. But we try to hit it every year on opening day. It usually opens Martin Luther King Jr. weekend.
Mm-hmm.
So it's the weekend after the run.
A Disney Marathon.
Yeah. So we like that. And now, so Kelly's a travel agent. So if you want to book, there's still time to book and go in February. I mean, you have to book quick. But you can book, how far out can you book?
I don't know if 2026 is open quite yet, but it's
at least a year.
It's planning on opening soon. But right now there are deals going on for, the rest of the year. There's all kinds of deals going on. So if you book and the deal hasn't hit yet, I'll always check when they come out and apply to your reservation if it saves you money.
Great. Not having a good travel agent that does it to you. And then book far out. Like our first trip to Disney, I think we booked over a year out, and we paid it off pretty quickly. I mean, we put $50 to $100 a month and paid it off and went.
Well, and that's what we have right now. Is we have a Disneyland trip planned in September, and we booked that last August.
Yep.
And we just slowly pay on it.
What's that?
Little here, little there.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So if you're looking for tips and tricks, so like and subscribe to this channel, because we're going to do some tips and tricks. We're trying to push at least a video out a month. Maybe our dog Disney might be in some more videos. Her name is after Disney because we love Disney so much.
No, it's because we were supposed to go during COVID.
Oh, yeah.
And it got canceled. So. And I said, well, if I'm not going to Disney, I want a Disney. So we adopted her.
Yeah. So like and subscribe to our channel to hit all the tips and tricks that we're going to put out